Hey, it's Toby. Me and Sean are back, and we're going to talk about a few things. I went to Gonerfest, and there's a bunch of new records out, and there's plenty to talk about. How you been, Sean? Good?
Been good. Been really good. Saw a few shows also. Excited to hear about your Gonerfest experience again. And yeah, we got some good stuff to go over today. So yeah, check this out.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
So I got to look at this. I can talk through the mask because on the back it has the lineup of everyone who played at Gonerfest, and I didn't see enough of these. They came with the gift bag.
Oh, I forgot you got a gift bag with the golden ticket, right?
With the
Cool.
So I got this, and I'm sorry, Gonerfest. Me and my girlfriend Shelly both picked up two because we thought we were picking up one for the other person as well. So sorry. I came back with 4 gift bags. Sorry. Anyway,
That means I get a bunch of free
that
shit.
means Sean gets the free record. Sorry, Gonerfest, Eric. So anyway, So I'm gonna talk about the bands I saw, and now that I'm looking at the lineup, I think I saw like half the bands. Because
It's a marathon.
I thought I watched 5 bands a day. So first off, I was doing all the tourist stuff, and it was all worth it. I'd been wanting to go to Graceland forever. I went there, shelled out the dough.
For the king.
Oh my God. I mean, the house, there's plenty of places online that'll tell you about Graceland, and it was everything I wanted more. My favorite room was the media room. And then going on the Lisa Marie, I think you were supposed to pay extra for the Lisa Marie, but I just went over there and walked on it. And,
Hell yeah. They knew who you were. They knew who you were.
Yeah.
Toby Marsh, get up in here.
Yeah, no, yeah. Because I really belong on that plane.
Wow, so sorry Gonerfest for stealing merch bags, and then sorry Graceland for sneaking onto the Lisa Marie.
Sneaking on the Lisa Marie. I was told later it's supposed to be extra. I probably wouldn't have been so smooth about it if I would have known. Actually, just look like you know what you're doing. Anyway, so we got on the Lisa Marie. And the card collection is insane. And then the Stax Museum is just so great. You got to see that. Isaac Hayes' car, and just all the instruments in there. And they've got the Stax Studio. They've recreated, and I just learned a lot from there. And the Sun Studio, Sun Records tour. That was the guided tour where we actually had a tour guide that was the most informative, and we got a really good one. His name's Graham, and he plays in a band called the Turnstiles, not Turnstile, not the hardcore band.
Okay.
Anyway,
not the restaurant.
And he gave a really great tour, and so
That's awesome.
I think they've got a lot of different tours that are good, but I got Graham's was especially good. I can't talk for any of them.
A guided tour more than like the headset tour.
Oh, here's the other freebie I got.
Okay.
At the Stax record tour, there actually was a guided tour, and it was a free. It was for VIPs.
Okay.
They didn't offer it to us, but
Right.
then one came through with these 2 guys who were VIPs, so I couldn't figure out who they were.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of attached myself to that and started asking questions, and they didn't mind. So I did get some guided tour through, and they were polite enough to. I think the guy just,
not escort you out.
Yeah, I guess my questions were good enough. I guess informative, because stay in his wheelhouse of things he definitely wanted to talk about.
Did they get annoyed at your question? Were you like,
No,
yes, sir? Again, what is your next question?
I've been told to bug off at tours before. Like, I'll be at a location and see like a guy giving a speech, guiding a group around, and I'll be like, "Well, this person knows what they're talking about,"
Yeah.
and like start following, like, "Sir, you didn't pay for the tour."
Yeah. But I had so many questions.
The
The last one was, this is a paid tour or not?
I got freebies everywhere. Oh yeah, we ate at the 4-Way. That was awesome. Which is it's like soul food, and it's the last place Dr. King ate, and it's been open a long time, and that food was really good, and even for a vegetarian. And Damn, no, had a great time in Memphis. It was awesome. And I was going to go through the bands. And now that I've talked about all the tourist stuff, because as far as it made me want to go see like all the musical tourist stuff in every place, but I'm probably spoiled now because it was also good in Memphis.
That's yeah, like you were saying earlier, that's a bad one to start off with if you're going to do a music tour, because now everything will kind of pale in comparison.
Yeah, Memphis.
You should have worked your way up to Memphis.
They've got us on music history. Austin has good music history, but geez, Memphis runs deep, you know. So of the bands, okay, so I got there. Here, I'll look like that. So the first band was Laundry Bats, and I saw like the last 2 songs, and I just got there, and there was a bunch of people I hadn't seen in a long time, so I was talking to them. So I can't tell you a whole lot. They sounded good, but I was distracted. Ailey Nose Job from Australia, I saw in the back. They were high energy, as I remember, and really good, and I think I ordered their record. It should be on the way, or I don't have it yet. Jack of Heart from France. They were great. I was up front, got to see them. I don't know how to describe that band. I just really enjoyed their set. They were kind of rootsy, French rock band. The X-Bats, they were from Arizona, and they have it's a father-daughter team, I think, in the band. The 3 guys are older, and then there's a woman who sings and plays drums who's younger, and she's really good and has a great voice. And there's they were like the wimpiest band of the night, but I also really enjoyed their set. It was like a breath of fresh air. And
palate cleanser.
Yeah, and lots of capos and harmonies and stuff, but they were actually a lot of people's favorites. Sorry, I'm covering you up. I should cover me up.
No, you can cover me up.
We have the ape in the middle.
Yeah, I went walking twice today, so.
And then the kids were awesome. I realize I always get the boys and the kids mixed up, So, like, actually, the DJ was playing a lot of cool shit, and the kids were setting up, and he started playing The First Time by the Boys, and I was like, oh, that's bad form. Play a song by the band's about to play, It wasn't. It's the kids, the boys. I don't know what. I mean, I guess their names are similar, and they're from the same era, but the kids were awesome. Totally great. That was a lot of people's favorite. The OCs were probably the most attended band of the whole thing that I saw, and they were great. They seemed to be playing. They didn't play as much of the most recent album as I would have liked, I would have liked them seeing them play the whole thing, or the last 2 albums. I don't know what they were playing. Could have been some new stuff too. But
they didn't do much off of the platform?
No, a couple things, I think. But they were super tight, but it was so packed, I mean, they deserve all their success, but damn, that was that was a well-attended night. So Friday, Missed Optic Sync, Missed Vintage Crop. Okay, so I didn't get there till TV Repairman, and I really regret missing 1-800-Mikey because everyone was saying that was great. TV Repairman was awesome, and well, honestly, I've been eyeballing this bass, and I saw the woman in TV Repairman was playing it, and it's a lesser expensive bass, so I wound up getting it. Let me see. Can you see? Oh, I can't see it. Yeah. Anyway, it was the clincher when I saw her with the bass. Here, move it over. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, it's an Epiphone, and I've really been enjoying it. Anyway, it's really skinny bass.
Thin.
It's super thin and comfortable to play. So, I've been eyeballing that one for a bit. So I wound up getting it because I saw the TV Repairman playing it. And then Skull Practitioners had missed their plane from New York. It was flooding in New York that weekend. And so C.O.F.F.I.N went on. Skull Practitioners came on later, and I was too busy talking with people, and I think I missed it. I think they played a short set. C.O.F.F.I.N fucking killed it. And we'll talk about C.O.F.F.I.N later because I've seen them twice. Sweeping Promises killed it as well and made a lot of fans there, and I ordered their record. We'll be talking about it probably next show.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I was really encouraged because when C.O.F.F.I.N came on, they actually opened with the AC/DC cover. I was like, this is too AC/DC for this garage rock crowd, but people ate them up. And then Sweeping Promises came on, and I was like, this is too candy ass for this crowd. And they went over like gangbusters, you know? But, I mean, I don't mean to insult them, but the woman who sings and plays bass, she can really sing her ass off, and she can really play bass. And, like, it's a 3-piece, and they're super tight. And I know they came here and played afterwards and won a bunch of people over. And so I really think Sweeping Promises is going to be like a big band, you know?
Yeah.
So anyway, they were great. Civic came on. Guy tried to claim it was their first time in the U.S., but we've seen Civic.
Are you kidding
Everyone
me?
in Austin has seen. He's like, well, I guess we played South by Southwest. They played South by Southwest like 9 times,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
I mean, like, so anyway, I was like, I've seen you, you know.
Did he say the U.S. or Memphis?
He tried to say U.S. and a few
Okay.
people called him out on
Right,
it. You know,
right.
he's like, well, I guess we play South by
Oh,
Southwest.
it's easy to get Memphis and U.S. and stop. Sans the sign.
But Civic, they were more high energy than when I saw them at South by Southwest.
Okay.
And they were very good. They've been very polished both times, and their songs are great.
You saw them at the Hotel
And they're
Vegas, so-
and they're a 4-piece now. They lost a guitar player
Oh,
since then.
yeah, and their drummer has changed too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of a new lineup.
Well, they were very high energy at this, and they were great, and they did really well.
So the guitar player, I think that we saw Civic perform with at South by Southwest at Swampo Destructo at Hotel Vegas. He's in No Class, and so I think that's his main gig, and I think he was touring with them. So maybe they're always a 4-piece, but they added that guitar player for a tour. I don't know. I don't know for
probably
sure.
know more than I do on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're a 4-piece now, and they sound great.
Cool.
And then, honestly, the Gories, I love the Gories records. I got out of there because I was getting tired and I didn't want to be stuck in traffic. I'd done a bunch of tourist stuff before I got to the show, in a walking tour of Memphis, kind of. And so I love the Gories. I got to be honest, when I saw them before, it seemed like they hadn't rehearsed. Everyone who saw the Gories here said they were amazing, so maybe they had rehearsed more or something. Or...
Yeah, they were on point when I saw them at the Hot Luck Festival.
Really?
At Mohawk. Yeah,
it's been like 10 years.
Really
Yeah. Okay, so I love the Gories, and I've been listening to them a long time. And but I was getting tired, and I didn't want to get stuck. I was gonna have to call it like an Uber, and I didn't want to call an Uber when the whole fucking town was calling an Uber,
right,
you know?
Right.
So anyway, sorry, Gories. So then that brings us to Saturday, and I missed a lot of good bands, which would include Trampoline Team, The Smog, Dippers, Cool Jerks, and Lewisburg. I got there in the middle of King Louis Bankston Memorial Family Band, which was awesome. They were doing great. Bill Orcutt and Chris Corsano. Like, okay, that's the worst name for a 3-piece. What were they, a 3-piece? Because it's just like, okay, we're naming 2 out of 3 guys.
Yeah, that's a weird name. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, anyway, they were like more like avant-garde, like, oh man, what's that dude? It was guitar music, but more dissonant, noisy stuff, and they were great. You know?
That other guy's name is And.
Yeah, except we're not gonna mention. I don't know which guy wasn't mentioned. I think it was the drummer. You know.
Yeah.
Somehow I don't remember seeing Poison Ruin, but I ordered their record. I definitely saw the Curettes, and they were great. They had bizarre stage banner, but they were super high energy and entertaining 2-piece from Denmark. And there would be a great opening act for any of the big rockabilly bands, or you know, they were fun, great live act. Marked Men really were a crowd favorite, and they were as polished as they ever were, and their harmonies were on point, and they sounded is just like they always do. They played everything just right, and it sounded incredible.
Awesome.
You know? Okay.
They're so great.
And the Mummies.
Who are they?
Dude, finally got to see the Mummies, and I can tell this was as good as they ever were. You know?
Yeah.
Like, and you know, like Trent was on top, like picking up his keyboard, jumping around. At one point, he was standing on top of his keyboard and like was braced against the roof of the stage and had like the mic in his mouth, singing "Uncontrollable Urge." And it's like, those guys have to be like 60.
At
like
least.
You're gonna fucking break a hip if you know what I mean. I mean,
not with not with the mummy costume on. That's gonna really
that
cushioning.
him.
Yeah, that's how they've maintained.
I don't know those guys personally, but like they lived up to all expectations. I wasn't gonna miss any part of that set, and they blew the house down. They were amazing. They were that perfect tight loose combination.
Yeah.
And they lived up to all of it. So yeah, I really enjoyed TV Repairman, fucking Sweeping Promises, X-Bats, and the Mummies, I guess, were my big winners of the day. Anyway, so I had a great time. I got to see a lot of people that I hadn't seen in like 20 years, because I hadn't really toured since the end of the 90s. And so I had a lot of friends from like Pacific Northwest, especially, that I hadn't seen forever. So it was pretty awesome. Man, we are 16 minutes in and we need to get to the records. But yeah, that was a lot to talk about. So we're going to start off with, the record that came in the bag, the tribute to King Louie. And I don't know if you can get it otherwise, but if you can, it's got Quintron and it's got Jack Apart, both doing King Louie songs, and it's very good. It sounds great, and it's a wonderful record. And
hit up your friends that went to Gonerfest to see if they picked up an extra tote bag that they shouldn't have. 'Cause I'll be taking this one home.
Sorry, it was an honest mistake. Both the things I did. Except for jumping on the tour, that wasn't as honest, But anyway, got away with it. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about the new Cannibal Corpse. Man, these guys hit me in the fucking sweet spot every time.
I keep expecting them to just not. When it gets to the point where they're putting out so many records, and you kind of wish they would have waited on it to like help it simmer a little bit before it becomes. They keep putting out quality music every time, and yeah, this one punches you right in the face from the get-go.
Dude, and like, of my current like bass heroes, Alex Webster from Cannibal Corpse is just totally fucking up there. And Cannibal Corpse to me sounds like, first off, the only original guys are the rhythm section, and it sounds like this monstrous rhythm section just dragging everyone behind them if you try to keep up.
Right.
It's just like, I love Cannibal Corpse. Do you have a favorite song on this?
I do, and it's the one that I have a video for. It's
Bloodblind.
Summoned for Sacrifice.
Summoned for Sacrifice.
Yeah, but they also have a video for Bloodblind, Chaos Horrific, which is the title
Chaos
track.
Horrific's great
and
too.
Sacrifice. Yeah, this record's called Chaos Horrific.
Know what the hits are. Fucking the first song, Overlords of Violence, starts with like a solo bass part, which just sounds kick-ass, and I love it.
I really would like to be a fly in the room at a Cannibal Corpse practice session, or when they're deciding on which videos they want for their record, or the order. I know you'd love to be a fly on the wall to hear the order of operations for like which songs go in which order on the record, because I think they got it really good.
They did.
Chaos Horrific is the 5th song, and that's right about number 4 or 5 where you need the best song to be.
On a great metal record, the best song should be the 4th song. Like everything, like
side A,
it should open with a banger. Yeah. No, the second to last song on side A.
Okay.
But it's just like all the best. The first 4 songs should be all stuff the band has to play when they come to town supporting this record, right? And the 3rd and 4th songs should be songs that the band is going to play for the rest of their career,
right?
Like defining songs, especially in a band that has a huge catalog already, like this one, Cannibal Corpse. Anyway, I'm not going to go see Cannibal Corpse until they book themselves in a bigger place than they did last time, because that's too crowded and I've seen them too many times. And
Which is
too
really saying something for
old
Empire
and
Control
impatient.
Room.
Yeah, that's a big place. I was thinking, You know, ideally where I want to see Cannibal Corpse is at Moody ACL. God. And they take the seats out,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But emos could be big enough, you know? Mm-hmm. So anyway, love Cannibal Corpse, love seeing them live. This record does not disappoint. They haven't disappointed me in forever. So anyway, they're great. They keep getting better as far as I'm concerned.
And they're still on tour. They're not coming to Austin, but they'll be in San Antonio on the 17th and then Dallas on the 18th. For some reason, they're not stopping in Austin.
Yeah, well, they're going to come back through and hit the places they didn't. So where they're playing, Dallas and San Antonio?
Yeah.
Okay, you can count on a few months they'll come back through and play fucking Austin.
Houston, yeah.
El Paso or something.
You better, George Corpse Grinder, or else we won't review the next record.
Dude, he is totally...
He still sounds... Just the guy's vocals are like fine wine. They just keep getting better with
and the production is just impeccable on this record. The guitars are great. The bass is awesome. Love it. Okay. So now we're going to talk about Black Radical Love by Move BHC, Boston Hardcore. It's aight. I liked it at first. It kind of reminds me, to me, I haven't listened to a band like Soulside in like 30 years, but I really couldn't, I couldn't glom onto it, you know. I like whatever, they have a positive message and they sound like they'd be a good opening act for the show we just saw with Zulu and Soul Glow.
Yeah, that would have been great if they would have been on that bill.
But they're not as good as either of those bands. Maybe they might be.
Maybe as good as Zulu, you know.
But no one's as good as Soul Glow.
Yeah, no way.
But those Soul Glow records that I bought that I thought were like newer ones or older ones, and they're all right. They've definitely come into their own. They're not as good. They're way less produced, you know?
Well,
I picked up all the Soul Glow EPs. I should actually show those.
Toby and I stood around for about 10 minutes at the Soul Glow merch table at the show, waiting for someone to show up. We finally left, and as soon as we did, the person showed up. But we had a really hard time figuring out, like, if these LPs were, like, new, were they reissues? They really gave no inclination, like, from the records themselves.
And the person didn't know. They were like, it's other different stuff. Because I bought another EP when they played during South by Southwest, and it's a one-sided EP, and it's pretty good, but nothing I bought can touch the album.
Diaspora
Problems. Anyway, but they are unbeatable live, you know.
Absolutely. It was a fun show.
But Black Radical Love by Move seems to be on the same tip, you know. Right. But they're okay.
Let's talk more about Soul Glow. Anyway, I think Soul Glow. I think what happened was, like, the pandemic did them right because it gave them time to quit touring and, like, really focus in on Diaspora Problems, which I think they took about 2 years to really hone. And that was a really good thing for them.
That's of the... if you're going to talk about records the last 5 years, like, you can't... I mean, we both called it number one record of the year. Yeah. So, I mean... There's nowhere to go but down.
Here's what I'll say about...
If you can stay in the top 5 a few more times, then you're a truly classic band.
Right,
you know?
right.
Which I think they already are.
Yeah,
you know?
They've already hit that mark.
Yeah.
It was a great show. All the bands were pretty good. But here's what I'll say about Move BHC. I just... It's nothing you haven't heard from hardcore before. Lyrics are a little too on the nose for me, even though like Toby said, I get the message. I like the message.
You
know, this is a good hardcore record for your 16-year-old nephew. Start off in hardcore. You know, it's a good entry hardcore record.
Okay. So here's the thing, and I don't. This is gonna sound like a backhanded compliment, but with a bunch of the opening bands on that show, is I'm stoked to see the kids excited about some hardcore bands that have medium ability drummers. You know, like, because hardcore can't go the way of death metal, where no one can actually play it, and like we have to like. There's actually like 20 drummers around the world who are flown in to do sessions who are actually good enough to play this song.
A handful of people that can play this, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's got to be approachable, for newbies,
right, right.
And so I don't mean to say like the drummers sucked. The drummers were like people who could have been playing for 2 years on some of these bands,
Yeah.
But they knew the right beats, and it just made me excited. Like this music ain't gonna die. Hardcore isn't going anywhere.
Well, it's funny you made that comment, because when I was standing there next to Noble, I made the comment as we were watching Playtime. The drummer wears glasses. And I wear glasses, and I used to a lot before I got contacts when I played. Anyway, but he also has cracked cymbals. And so I was like, I can really relate to this kid, because he probably wasn't over 21. Young guy, wearing glasses, cracked cymbals. They were like budget rock, hardcore, but like you're saying, like people need to see that. And they're going to progress. Like,
they're going to get real good.
They're going to get great, especially touring with the right act, such as Soul Glow. They've got this, they're building up a crowd, and now they're building up momentum to do some great things. So
my favorite
gotta be
part
bands like that.
of that band was when the bass player tried to like jump off the monitor and just kick the monitor off the stage and kind of wiped out. Like it's like, guy, the thing's not nailed down.
Right. Yeah. He'll learn.
Yeah, that was awesome.
But
I loved it. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see Soul Glow because I had to go to work.
Yeah,
but
they were fun.
They were great. I'm just glad that when we saw them last March, like that band is blown up so hard that when we saw them last March, we were both up front and singing along, and then like now, like you can't get anywhere near the stage.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm just glad I got to see them back then.
Right.
And back then was 6 months ago.
Right. And the thing also with the Soul Glow crowd, and this is going back to probably, Move PHC, Playtime and Zulu who opened, like there's these kids that are going to these shows now, and like I know that South by Southwest, Swampo Destructo Showcase was probably more relegated to the older crowd, but like, man, it was so nice seeing like 15-year-old, 16-year-old kids like jumping up on stage, stage diving,
awesome.
Singing along to all the Soul Glow songs, and so it's great to see that. And I don't think they could do that as well if they didn't have bands like Playtime and Zulu opening, because those guys are pretty young.
Yeah, you can't cater to us.
Right.
That's not hardcore.
They gotta be relatable.
Okay, so where are we here? Oh, we're gonna go to Atlanta.
Okay, here we go. Flying.
Welcome to Atlanta, where the players play, where we ride them things most every day. Nurse. All right. So, dang, I like this record a lot. Like, this has me really excited. These guys are billed as Southern Gothic hardcore, and I can't understand the words pretty much, and it's kind of screamy, but I love the guitars. Man, it's got great riffs, and what do you got to say about this one?
This Nurse reminds me of, I don't know if, so did we review Grout? We did Grout, right?
I never got that record in
the
mail. It never.
All right, so I can't make that comparison on here, but
Grout, yeah.
But these guys are like, I don't know how else to describe it other than like raw, hardcore, screechy lyrics, kind of a Dead Kennedys guitar sound in a way, but they have just great short songs and really high energy. But it really reminds me of something that I might have put on like if you were to told me that this was from this is a reissue from something from 1985, I'd be like, oh, okay. Like I get, they just kind of encompass that early proto-hardcore. Yeah.
And I'm hearing elements of like scratch acid.
Yes.
Where they're not doing, just they've got like chingy noise parts and stuff like that, I would love to see this band.
Man, I would love to see.
I mean, like tempo wise, like it's a bunch of pit starters, so like, Yeah, man. I don't know where we'd see Nurse. I'd like to see him at the next Gonerfest, or I'd like to see him at. I can envision them at 13th Floor, perhaps.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be perfect.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot of fun. But 2 guys in this band. No, there's more. There's got to be 4 because it shows 4 on the back. The total's showing right now. But the ones I found on Ryan Schur and David Michaud. I don't know what they play, but gosh, these guys are a lot of fun. They are former members of Manic, Cheap Art, Dasher, and Slugga. Never heard of any of those bands, but if you're from Atlanta, you probably have. Which probably no one will.
I want to see these guys in Atlanta. Is where I want to see them.
Fuck
so, you got a favorite song? I've got 2 favorite songs on this. How about you?
Yeah, I got a favorite one. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Self-Sabotage.
Yeah! We did it finally! It's been like 10 episodes.
My second favorite is Big Fish. I like both of them. All right, cool. Well, Nurse
on State Laughter Records.
Let's see if there's anything.
This is their 3rd full length. I didn't listen to any previous.
Well, it's on 45.
Oh, okay. So.
And I gotta say, please I wish more bands would put on their record what speed it is, especially if it's a 12-inch on 45. Because I had to go listen to the download on Bandcamp just to reference and you know what? This one actually sounds pretty like Scratch Acid, who I also had to be told that record is supposed to be played on 45. Because we'd be like, me and my friend Alan, we'd be like tripping. We're like 16.
This is so fucking heavy.
Like, I heard these guys are awesome. And then you put on the record, like, she said. I was like, man, I don't know how they play so slow, man. That is so slow and heavy, man. Like, damn, she said.
I thought that about Satan's first record. It's a 45. The
the
Key to
metal
Oblivion.
Band? Yeah.
Key to Oblivion. Yeah, it's a 45, and I used to listen on 33, like stoned out of my mind with my friends in high school. And it's like Key to Oblivion, like drop D, back to the past. You know, we were like, damn, fuck, man, this is heavy shit. They should tour with the Melvins or something.
Oh, okay, so you know who the guitars kind of remind me of is like a heavier Naked Ray Gun. Like the songs are more hardcore, but it's got that kind of
twangy.
So everything I'm referencing is like mid 80s,
right?
You know, right? Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna read some lyrics. I hadn't looked at their lyric sheet, and it says Nurse 3, so there's 2 other releases, right?
Yep. Third full.
So there's 7 songs on this. Anyway, and none of them are that long. Self-Sabotage. My contempt and my longing are all I have left to show after years in your service. Grinding teeth and spitting salt, I don't ask for purpose, only simple resolve. I'll tell it on the mountain, I'll shout it into my hands, while I stamp the seeds I've planted and set fire to my bed. Time is not the healing instrument it's promised to be. Nurse 3!
Nurse 3!
I don't think they say Nurse 3.
Yeah, they just put the title of the record there.
But it rhymes, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, and the next line rhymes. Recorded and mixed by Alex Molini.
Nurse 3, it's promised to be. And then the cover art by Jeremiah McClearly. Wow, what's happening here? They're poets and didn't know it.
Anyway, highly recommend this record. It's awesome. Okay, so we're gonna move on. Man, we are chatting it up today. All right, so this record is also dope. I think so. And
I think so too.
Oh, good. And the cover art is kick ass. This is some of my favorite cover art I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
And it's done by the main dude. What's his name?
His name is Dakota Hortonberry.
Dakota Hortonberry. Oh, and he's the drummer, singer of Beef.
Right, drummer and singer of Beef, just like C.O.F.F.I.N, who we're going to talk about next.
Yes, okay. These guys live in Cincinnati, but they're originally from somewhere else. And they
Richmond, Virginia.
Richmond, Virginia, and they relocated to Cincinnati. This is totally fun, early 80s, new wavy style punk rock. With fun lyrics and damn, it's a good record. I don't know if I have a single favorite song to this. I've got a few. This is also on 45, but Beef was cool enough to tell us really clearly that it's on 45. Yeah,
We're not a heavy sludge band. Hey, stoners, make sure you...
Do you have a favorite song on this?
I do have a favorite
Okay,
song.
I'm just going to pick one, because, let me see, because there's... Damn, I don't know. Okay, yeah, I picked one. 1, 2, 3.
Quickie.
DNA.
Right.
Quickie's awesome. That
Yeah.
was okay. So, Backlash, Give Me More, Quickie.
They're all good. I kind of just picked one out of, whatever.
Yeah, you're right. They're all equally
all good.
as good.
It's
all good. Like, even okay, like similarly on the Cannibal Corpse, like if we named a favorite song, like the other songs are like this much worse, Like,
right.
Like it's not like this one's way better than the others. This is a really consistent record, and I totally recommend it. I would like to see. Who do you want to see these guys play with? 1, 2. You know something?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. The Spits.
User unauthorized. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Both Austin-ish fans.
Yeah, only Sean lives in Austin. The other guys would not claim Austin.
Yeah, but yeah, I would love to see them play with anyone. To be honest.
Yeah, I go see them. They should play at Gonerfest as well.
So much fun. So much
Next
fun.
to Beef from Cincinnati. I think they're great. And I like this. Tracks B2 and B3 in reverse order. So maybe I was wrong.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, maybe.
No, those aren't the songs we named.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Those on the B side. All right.
On Feel It Records, Beef.
Feel It. They're killing it. They've had a bunch of good releases. Feel It Records.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Alrighty.
All right. So now we're going to go to a band I've seen twice in the last week and a half. C.O.F.F.I.N.
C.O.F.F.I.N. Children of Finland Fighting in Norway. Australia Stops. God damn, I love this record. Man, this is making my top 20 for sure.
Ah, shit.
So fun. So fun.
C.O.F.F.I.N. Oh, okay. What band do they most remind you of? Do you have one in mind?
Yes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Turbo Negro.
Okay, Rose Tattoo.
Oh.
But I told the singer, I was like, you guys remind me of Turbo Negro meets the Radio Birdman. He was like, that's fair.
That's fair.
That's fair. But then I was like, damn it, I should have said Rose Tattoo meets... Anyway, but there are a lot of songs on here where it sounds like Euroboy fucking soloing out through some like blockbuster rock hits. Great stuff, good stuff. Yeah.
I was surprised they went over so well as they did at Gonerfest, but you know what? And so I talked to their merch guy. I was like, when do y'all come to Austin? He's like, next Friday, and Pat, the merch guy. And I got so excited, I almost walked off with the T-shirt I bought. He's like, "I'll pound you," and I'm like, "I'm sorry," It's like he's
I'll
cool.
pound you.
And so when I came and I bought the record when they played in Austin, I made sure that I gave him the money. I put it down, And I was like, "I want the record," But like, he's a big dude too.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
God, I just sound like a kleptomaniac on this episode.
I know, man.
Getting away
Jesus.
with all the crimes.
I can't believe you weren't ordered out of Memphis, never to come back. All the robberies. Crime-ridden Memphis. After Toby Marsh leaves town.
Yeah.
Broke. You ruined their economy.
I single-handedly
ruined the
city.
economy of Memphis.
Yeah. Okay, so I've seen this band twice, and they play. First off, this killed in Austin, like even more than Gonerfest. Like, this is exactly the kind of band that about 1,000 people I know want to see.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, they did great. Even their tambourine player is great. You know?
He was really good. He looked like Derek Smalls. He was excellent tambourine player. He did a great job of sitting on that stool and rocking the tambourine.
And that was a wild ass pit at that show.
It was nuts. I was right
in
up front.
Austin at Lost Well.
I took my son for the first time to a punk show.
He
my
was
son
so
Jonas.
funny.
Yeah, he was right up front at first, and then like immediately like got to the back of Lost Well and watched the rest of the show. But he was like, "Dad, you were slammed, you were moshing," and I was like, I was getting moshed because like I was trying to stand at the front of the stage. And it was people were getting really rowdy and having a good time, but it was all fun.
It was so funny. He was like, I didn't know this was a thing. This is awesome.
People do this. Right? We see this in movies.
Okay, so I've only heard this record twice, and it sounds just like they do live. So it's awesome.
Yeah.
And you've listened to the record a lot more.
Tons.
Yeah, C.O.F.F.I.N is great. God, they killed it. And there's going to be more people when they play Austin again whenever they come back here.
And they're pretty fucking busy. They played Austin like 3 times or something. They were here for 3 days. Super sweet guys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Great insert. I love
What's
that.
your favorite song? I'll read the lyrics.
My favorite song is City Sun.
City Sun. Sun's out, fuck you, feeling good. You got lead in your prick and diesel in your hood.
Yeah, mate.
For
Keep
now,
singing.
The sun never shone so bright after the block got demoed overnight. A tough listen to a laugh of a horse head, to have a crush and the wreck rolled over them. You must be living with rocks in your head to think that flatten will fix is like getting blood from a stone. And I hold my head up, yeah, I hold my head. You've got a stubborn man's strut, and the sun won't shed. Let it all be said, and I hold my head up. To be run in and out of your home, ain't no wire brush to clear that rot from the bone. The echo lasts long in your shrine, and misery gets thrown under the way to the scrap. Flip me over, let me bleed out.
Yeah!
God, they're awesome.
Good on you, mate.
That's
Fantastic
great.
lyrics.
I had no clue. Y'all are awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so we had a couple singing drummers, huh?
Yeah, man. Wow, what a week. A couple singing drummers, no singing bass players, I don't think.
I don't know. No.
But anyway, yeah, good week for... Man, once again, Australia dominating some fucking music, having some good records come out. Just so excited for like all this new stuff that's coming out. And I think...
God, there were so many good Australian bands at Gonerfest, but yeah, Civic TV Repairman. I really regret not seeing 1-800-Mikey, and hopefully...
Are they from Australia?
Yeah.
No kidding, wow. What was the other band from Australia? Not the Os Mutants, the other one.
God,
Anyway.
Where's that thing?
I don't know. What happened to that horse head? Oh, the girl head. It's underneath the record.
Oh, yeah.
The Audi, starts with an A. Alien Nose Job.
Alien, they were great.
Yeah.
They were awesome.
Yeah.
I think I was still like, they're not as clear in my mind because I was in back and I was still like seeing all these people I hadn't seen in 20 years, you know? And so it's like a little distracting because they were very early.
You should have worn this then so people can, hey, Toby, remember me from Mozart Show in 94? Do this the rest of the time so you can fucking watch the show. That's what this is for.
I was in Primate 5 from Seattle. Yeah, Yeah.
Exactly. All right. So you got a show coming up we'll probably do another show before that, but
I'm playing at the Parlor with the it's the release for Curious Mix of People book.
Saturday.
Take a look at the book.
Yep, Saturday.
Curious Mix of People on UT Press, and Yardwork is playing the opening, and before that, we're playing like 3:30, I think. And before that, there's a show from noon to 3 at Breakaway that's a book release for the Estrus book at Sugar Shack's playing.
Man, that's fuck.
Everyone is playing on the 28th. Is that the 28th?
Yeah, 28th. Dying Fetus is playing, and the Chats and Cosmic Psychos and Jim Shorts are playing.
Everyone I know who has a band is playing, and a bunch of cool bands from out of town.
And then the more recent, this coming Saturday at Valhalla, well, the 14th, the Stools and Sex Mex are playing, but Toby won't be there because he's going to be
in New York.
City. But he might also be in New Jersey checking out.
I might go see Satan! And Dingbats.
Yeah. Tell them to play Key to the Future in drop D really slow for your buddy Sean. And then there's another show. I'm
going to get this set up while you talk about that.
Then there's another show the 14th also, and it's AC Hell Festival with Riverboat Gamblers, Starving Wolves, the Oxys, Tiny, Del Vipers, the Get Lows, User Unauthorized, who you should definitely go check out. No Association. But then we also got Civic coming up on the 27th, and then so many shows.
Civic's coming to town?
Yeah, they'll be playing at Hotel Vegas on the 27th with Warm Doucher. Warm Doucher, and I can't remember.
Warm Doucher.
Yeah.
That's a good name.
And another band I'm forgetting now, but I'll mention it on the next record.
Man, I
Yeah.
can't wait for Warm Dusha.
Yeah, warm dusha. They're fun. They're kind of electronic punk kind of stuff. Something in the Jerks. I can't think of the name.
Boris and the Jerks?
All right, what are we doing?
That one.
The new one?
Yeah. All right, thanks a lot. See y'all next time.